Hi, it's Diane Evans with StampinWithDiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. Now, if this is your first time coming to my YouTube channel, I really appreciate you coming, but make sure that you do subscribe to my YouTube, and you can do that by hitting the subscribe button below. And if you do hit the bell button as well, you get notified immediately as soon as I upload a new video. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a card for you using these brand new hand-penned petals, the flowers, the stamp set, and the dies. And we're also going to be using some of the new in-colored stamp pads. And the one particularity, and the cardstock actually, the one particularity that we're going to use today is the polished pink. Now, I do have an in-color club that I've started, and what happens with that is that you will get one of the stamp pads, the re-inker, a whole package of the paper. You will also get the Stampin' Blends, and you will also get the ribbon that goes along with this particular color. And then at the end of 5 months, what you're going to do is you are going to end up, I will also send you half a package of the Designer Series paper, which is the 6x6 paper, and also the markers for there. So if you're in town for a porch pickup, it's $60. And if it's out of town, it's $70 because it includes the shipping from Stampin' Up. And that's only because of the re-inker bottles, because they do not go as regular letter mail here in Canada. And unfortunately, that's only available for customers here in Canada. So like I say, we're going to do it. It's a fairly simple card. It's using this hand-penned stamp set and the dies. And we're going to use a few other little trinkets as we go along the way. So this particular card is, like I say, this color is so pretty. It's a cross, it's in between. No, I would say it has more white than, say, the Melon Mambo. But anyways, this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and we're just going to fold that in. And I'm going to use my bone folder to get a really good crease on that. Now, all my measurements, there's a link to my blog, and all my measurements will be on my blog as well. Now, I cut my basic white. I cut it 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and then I ran it through the greenery embossing folder, the 2 embossing folders that fit through on the mini cut and emboss. I used the ones with the leaves, and I only did it on half of the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach that. And because this is embossed, and it does have a bit of a deep thing there, I want to go in with my glue. And I'm thinking that maybe there we go. And I'm going to attach it with the glue. And that's just because then it's going to get into those crevices, and it's going to glue a lot better. And also, it's going to give you some wiggle room as well. So let's go ahead and just place that on the front of the card. Just like so. Now, we're also using, I've cut a piece of this polished pink, and I cut it out of, it's a brand new die cut, and it's the Scallop Contours dies. And this goes along with the Color and Contour stamp set. But this is so pretty. It's stitched and it's scalloped, and there's all different ones involved with that. So I'm going to go in, and I'm actually going to put that on with dimensionals, because I think the dimensionals is going to add a bit of dimension to this particular card so that it does look a lot better. Now, there we go. We've lost our dimensionals again. So when in doubt, what we can do is I am going to come in, and these are my mini dimensionals, and I'm just going to cut a couple of strips off of here, and that's what I can use on my thing, on my scallop, to make sure that it pops up. I'm going to put one there, put one here as well. And then I want to make sure that it's popped up on either side there. So I'm just going to come in with my Take Your Pick tool. don't know how dimensionals can get lost on my my workspace here, but it's so simple for them to get lost there. And then, you know what? I'm going to stick one more in the middle here. Let's get rid of that. And we have this as well. And here, and let's just take these off as well. And then I'm just going to actually go and put that right on the front here. And it looks a lot better once it's been put up. And then I'm going to come in and on these dies and different things, what basically, this is from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And I've cut out, and I've got it too, just in case I don't stamp it straight, but it's a smaller rectangle from there. And I'm just going to go in, and this is a photopolymer stamp set, so I should probably use my paper piecing mat so that we get a really good even stamp on there. So let's just move that out of the way. And like I say, I'm going to go ahead and use this, and we're just going to put, we always need thanks cards, right? So we've got our thanks. I'm going to need that for later on. So now what I've done with my dies is I've gone and I've cut out the image that I'm going to use. And the reason being for that is that I have turned around and I have put mine and made a template with my Stamparatus. I've been making so many of these cards. I've been making ones for swaps and everything else. So what I want to do is I had a template done. And how I do that, and I have lots of videos out about that, is I went and I stamped it, I cut it out, and now I can go and stamp out a whole bunch of these and then just put it right into my template, right like that. And then I can just ink it up. And I'm going to get a perfect image. It's going to be cut out. And it's so much easier than stamping and then cutting out. Because this is going to... There's a piece on there. So I'm just going to go like that and stamp this. Now, because this is photopolymer, I have my foam mat that's down below there. So see, that's already cut out, and it's already stamped and cut out. So I don't have to worry about setting it onto my cut and emboss machine and getting it to cut out perfectly. So I'm going to come back in and I'm going to bring in my paper piercing mat. And I've got this, and I'm going to, now I want to show you on these particular ones, it's a distinctive type stamp, but these are, it's two-step stamping, and don't be alarmed because it is not going to stamp right exactly. It's going to give you that water, like a watercolor look. So it's like that. And it's funny, watch this as we're going and we're doing this particular card. You're going to see how it doesn't match, but you wait. It's going to change color. It's almost like magic. So I've just stamped that as well. And see what I mean? It doesn't go to the edges, but I'm okay with that because that's supposed to be the way that it looks to be done. And then with the leaves on here, I want you to use the soft succulent, which is another color, brand new color. And they have little leaves, and they have this leaf and this leaf. So it just depends how you put the leaf on as to how it's going to stamp. But see, we have a couple more bigger leaves, so I can use that. And you just turn it around is what you do. And then there's another one here. And then there's a really small leaf, and I'm going to go in and put that on the bud part there, and then also on this part right there. Now you can see that's starting to fade. And that's what we want it to do. But now I can go ahead and I can start putting my card together. So my thanks I'm going to put on with dimensionals. Like I say, I don't know where those regular size dimensionals went. They were just here. But I'll just go and I'll put some of these smaller dimensionals on that. That'll work. And put 3 on there. And I want these dimensionals to, I want this particular thanks, I want off to this side here. There. Of course, we want to get that straight. Let's just get this out of the way. And now I want to go ahead and put that on there. But see, this still is not, it's not looking like it's matching. But trust me, it is matching. It's amazing how it's going to change color. And then I'm just using my glue. Well, no, I think I can use my seal on this particular one. I'm just going to put that on there. If I pop that up, I was going to get way too much dimension on there. And then I have my pearls. And we also have Stampin' Blends that match these colors. So we have the light polished pink and we have the dark polished pink. And I'm going to try it with the light polished pink on this particular one. And I'm going to use the bigger pearls. And with my take your pick tool. And then let's just put this onto here. Now, usually when I put pearls on and I color them with my Stampin' Blends, what I do is I usually use the darker color, but I found with this particular one, it was actually better for the subtleness of this. I wanted to just have it lighter color. See how this is starting to change? So then we also have ribbon that matches this polished pink. So I'm just going to go in actually, and I'm just going to tie a knot with there. And I've got a lot of extra stuff here, but that's okay. I'll just trim this down. I could have probably tied even a bow. I can't now because I've tied the knot in there. Let's go and just going to trim that down. And I'm coming in with my glue dots. And just grab one of the glue dots and put it behind. And we're just going to put it on here like so. So there's our card. Pretty simple card, right? So, like I say, that gives to making a very simple thank you card. And so I hope that you enjoyed that. So don't forget to subscribe to my video, my YouTube channel. Give me the thumbs up or leave a comment. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I have a very generous reward program. I have host codes. That is also linked to my blog as well. And I give out tutorials. I give out 2 tutorials a month at this point. So I hope that I can help you out in any way there. Like I say, I have an In Color Club going on right now. So if you have any questions about that, just shoot me an email or just leave a message on here and I'll get back to you. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Thanks for now. Bye for now.